Hillary Clinton was campaigning in Florida recently, and guess where she stopped by? What's
going on in Florida?
In Florida, there's like there's a primary going on in Florida.
Yeah, between
congressional primary.
Her and Tim Canova.
Right, you said her, but you didn't say the name.
That maybe to tell you something. Maybe I don't want to say her name. That maybe
Mrs. Debbie Wasserman-Schultz. Come on down. So Hillary Clinton
on that Bob Barker shit.
Yeah. So Hillary Clinton was actually in Florida. She made several stops, but stopped by at an event with Debbie Wasserman-Schultz and said a few words. So let's see what Hillary Clinton said at this event.
Well, I'm here to urge you to keep doing what you're doing every single day on behalf of Debbie. I want to have her in the Congress by my side, working day after day to actually implement the agenda that we are fighting for. Please do everything you can to make sure Debbie has a resounding victory on August 30th. And then after you take a few days off, we got to get back to work for November, right?
Oh, that was cute, wasn't it? That was really nice for her to come. She came all the way to Florida. She was campaigning for Debbie, man. That was cute. That showed up how stand-up her character is. She
has to return the favor for what Debbie did for her during the primary. She has to return the favor.
I agree.
And it's probably like, a little extra too, because it's against Tim Canova, somebody Bernie Sanders endorses.
Yeah, exactly. And still endorses.
Yeah. So it's probably like a little like,
Let's do everything we can to make sure that Debbie Wasserman-Schultz is reelected. Because what she say? She wants her side by side with me,
day after day, to implement our agenda.
Side by side.
Well, I mean, we kind of got wind of what her agenda was.
Yeah.
This primary.
Yes. This is crazy. I mean,
okay. I'll say so. But Bernie Sanders is supposed to keep Hillary Clinton progressive. You stupid. No, you're like one of them old dudes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand.
People think that Bernie Sanders is supposed to keep her progressive, but she wants Debbie Wasserman-Schultz by her side to implement their agenda. What is their agenda? Did Debbie Wasserman-Schultz do a political 180 or something?
Isn't this the same politician that is on the side of payday lenders? She's on the side of payday lenders, which is on the opposite side of somebody like Elizabeth Warren, right? But Hillary Clinton is supposed to be progressive. Mm-hmm. Man, this is use any adjective that you need here. But we said this before, like President Obama, he is criticized ad nauseum, right? By politicians. He's criticized. Does that do anything? So if Hillary Clinton is the president and Bernie Sanders is criticizing her because she doesn't follow through with this so-called progressive platform.
Yeah.
Well, what is that going to do? Like, he criticizes her, and then what is that going to do?
She has Debbie by her side.
Yeah. I mean, like, what is that going to do, though? That doesn't do anything.
I'm telling you,
you can't push her to do anything. She's already...
This election is, like, really important to her. And it is really important.
Yeah.
Because she does need a friend.
Oh, yeah.
She needs a friend by her side.
Yeah, I agree.
She needs somebody that can like counteract Bernie Sanders pushing her in a progressive direction.
Because she don't want to go there.
And I think, again, it makes sense. Her wanting this so bad kind of shows she had no intention to go to any kind of like in any kind of progressive direction.
You know what? And I saw earlier too in an article that it was actually minutes after Debbie Wasserman had said that she intended to resign as chair of the DNC that Hillary Clinton scooped her up. Man, I thought it was like an hour later, but it's actually minutes. So she was a like prime marquee free agent that Hillary Clinton needed.
Well, to me, it was like to Hillary Clinton, that's like getting Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
To
like
us,
he just landed on the waiver wire.
To us, it looks like she picked up Johnny Manziel. Yeah. Like, you disgraced. She's disgraced.
I know. But exactly what you said. She needs somebody like her to implement that whatever her agenda is, and it's not progressive. We know it's not progressive. She doesn't want a progressive agenda.
I don't even know. Well, obviously she stepped down, but she was still running, even though she was the DNC, the chair of DNC. You see what I'm saying? Like, why was she? Why didn't she have to recuse herself? You know what I'm saying? Why did Isn't there a conflict of interest there? And she is essentially a head of the committee that essentially makes the rules and controls the funds.
Right. And you remember, they didn't even want Tim Canova to have access to the voter rolls. Yeah.
We covered that months ago. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then later on, what did she say in the clip? There was like a clip where she was responding to Tim
about that voter roll.
I
don't remember. But I know they did allow him to get the voter rolls, but it was after heavy criticism from the public, of course. So look, this woman is highly corrupt, and she did some very nefarious things for Hillary Clinton, but she doesn't think so. So recently, her and Tim Canova had met with the Sun Sentinel, the editorial board, and they spoke about a few different things. Let's show you some clips of Tim Canova speaking and of Debbie Wasserman-Schultz speaking.
First, the culture at the DNC. And the buck stops somewhere. So you had a culture where top staffers are speculating about how to undermine Bernie Sanders, how to use his religion against him. You have her, personally, not senior staffers, trying to influence the news media, trying to tell Chuck Todd that Mika Brzezinski owes him an apology. My name came up dozens of times. DNC resources were being used to monitor my campaign and to discuss how to strategize, how to defeat me. I got lawyers looking at filing a Federal Election Commission complaint. So, her use of the DNC in a non-neutral way violates the bylaws of the DNC. It's not ethical. It is counter to all she was saying she was doing at the DNC. It reflects on her honesty and character, and it certainly reflects on her judgment.
They're just completely wrong. We were neutral in this primary. We ran the primary. I ran the primary nominating contest exactly by the book, according to the Democratic National Committee rules, according to the rules state by state where primaries and caucuses were run. And again, I refer to what I said before about Senator Sanders' campaign team's strategy. As he was losing, they needed to keep their supporters engaged, and they led their supporters to believe that somehow with each passing loss, there was something untoward or something manipulated about it. There is absolutely no evidence to suggest that, but even Simone Sanders, his former spokeswoman, said at the Democratic National Convention that the outcome of this primary was not rigged.
I want to point out again that this was a recent interview. So Debbie Wasserman-Schultz is still talking about how she was neutral. The DNC was neutral. Even after the DNC leak, we were neutral.
So
all of this is still... Why did she resign? Why did she resign?
That's exactly. And then why did Hillary scoop her up?
And then
why did Hillary scoop her up?
A few days ago too, you were talking about why are they trying to clean house, right?
Exactly. Like if nothing was
different people have gone.
Exactly. If there was some impartiality, then why did they feel the need to clean house? If nothing was done wrong, that wouldn't have took place. And Debbie Wasserman-Schultz came on national television and it pretty much admitted that the superdelegate process is designed to kneecap grassroots challengers.
Yes.
So how
she did that?
And she said this like with a straight face. So how can you say?
I think it was Chris Cuomo that she was speaking with.
Yeah. So how is she going to say that? Oh, it's everything is fair.
It wasn't. We know this. We know it. But she's still trying to
funky debate schedule.
She's still trying to parrot this same old talking point that no, we were neutral, and it really is in the minds of just Sanders voters, because he was losing, and they had to just invent this corruption and all this, nefarious behavior. It was all in our minds.
Are we really going to believe that former vice chair of Hillary Clinton's campaign in 2008 is neutral? I'm like, come on.
So like we invented the election fraud, right? Like we invented all of that, right? Like how the exit polling data didn't match the actual voting outcomes.
Or the ceased recount in Illinois.
Yeah. I mean...
Or how they were recounting mad ballots in California.
Yes. I think they're still counting. Man.
You got Nevada. Arizona. You got the voter purge in New York.
Iowa, even I think was it with the Des Moines Register, I believe, in Iowa was like, something funky is going on here. You need to do a recount, and they endorsed Hillary Clinton. So it wasn't like it was just Bernie Sanders people saying like, something's going on.
And did you notice what she said? She says every time Bernie Sanders lost in the primary, they try, and I was like, you know what? That was pretty deliberate. What she did was she over-exaggerated, I guess, people's dispositions,
right,
to make it look ridiculous, because it actually wasn't in every single primary. It wasn't every single primary. It was the relevant ones, right, the ones that actually did show signs that something was going on. So for her to say that it was every time, I was like, she's not taking it seriously. She's trying to just
nobody was talking about election fraud in every state. Nobody was talking about that.
They talk about it in Florida, North Carolina.
Well, no, in North Carolina they did. Yeah, in North Carolina they did. Well, I don't know about the election fraud, but they were talking about how the offices, the campaign offices, something funny was going on with them, and they believe there might have been some Clinton people in there, and we did see that like people that were tied to the Bernie Sanders campaign all of a sudden were like saying, "Oh yeah, go Hillary" and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, what the hell is going on over here? So there was some funny stuff going on in North Carolina. I don't know if it, but like you said, I don't know if it was election fraud, but there was some funny stuff going on. Yeah, might have been some corruption through the Hillary Clinton campaign, the DNC.
Well, obviously, because like Debbie Wasserman-Schultz said, Bernie Sanders could have participated in the money laundering, that they did through 33 states, and that's another thing. That's another thing. She's admitting that it wasn't fair because she said Bernie Sanders didn't want to take part in the corruption. All this money we raised, it was for him too. Yeah. I mean, but I was like, but we all know who Bernie Sanders is, and he wasn't going to go that way.
And if that was on the up and up, why did all the money end up with the Hillary Clinton campaign?
And like she said, it kind of contradicts her narrative that it was fair, because she even said that Bernie Sanders did not have the benefit of that money laundering system.
And what is she? And the last thing that she said there, she throws out Simone Sanders' name.
I don't care.
She throws out the former spokesperson for the Bernie Sanders campaign, saying that look, this is evidence. Simone Sanders at the convention said it wasn't rigged.
That's not evidence.
Since Simone Sanders said it, it must be true. Yeah, that shuts it down right there, because Simone Sanders, whatever she says,
I'm sold. Let me get out of here.
That's ridiculous, man. But I encourage everybody to donate to the Tim Canova campaign. Do some phone banking, do some face banking, get out there and support him. We do not need Debbie Wasserman-Schultz in the United States Congress. It would be a travesty
I mean,
for her to be reelected.
It's like Congress already has a high disapproval rating.
Already.
We don't need dark.
We don't need Johnny Manziel being reelected. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we just don't. That free agent, let her campaign for Hillary Clinton all she wants to. But on August 30th in that Florida primary, show up for Tim Canova. He needs your support. That's somebody that we need in our Congress. If we actually want to up that number of trust in our politicians, we can start by doing that, right?
And you know what's so funny about that when you say up the trust? Yeah. It's like, even when the disapproval rating is so high, are they even budging? Mm-mm. They're not even budging from anything.
They don't care.
They don't care. No. So is Debbie gonna care?
No.
Okay.
If she cared, she wouldn't have put herself on the side with payday lenders. If she cared. Because the people aren't on the side of payday lenders. Right?